Well, you burnt down your parents' house?
Yes. Yeah.
Bo, how the did you do that?
I was making corn dogs and french fries and watching Power. And I was like, I don't want this shit. I want McDonald's. Left the house with the stove on. Burnt that bitch up. I came back. I was like, oh my God. This is a real story. So mama, if you see this, I lied.
bet your mom whooped your ass, didn't she?
Oh, it is worse than a whoop ass.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Fannita. I got a podcast. The show before the club. This is where we sit, chat, talk, and we drink. Bottoms up. Woo-hoo. Hey sisters, welcome back to a brand new episode of Bottoms Up with your favorite. She's sexy, she's black, she is me. And today I have such a fun episode. He is a comedy king. You see him all over TikTok, all over Instagram. Funny as shit, can play any character, and somehow has access to everywhere. It's Bo People.
Thank you. Yes.
How the hell are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's been, I don't know.
You can come, girl.
Thank
we
God.
can say anything
It's been wild. This has been wild.
Bro, what?
Yes.
And so right now, for those who don't know, we're in the apocalypse.
Yeah, fires everywhere.
Fires everywhere. How are you doing? Are you good?
Well, it's so weird because literally last week before the fires, I had 3 panic attacks. And then when I was like, okay, I'm good. I journaled. I went to the beach. I went to the Malibu beach. The next day. You
didn't know it was going to be the last time.
That was the last time. It was a fire. I get up back from the gym. I'm getting ready to go to this premiere. My agent's like, oh yeah, they canceled. And I was like, for what? Did I do something there? Oh, no, there's a fire. But what's so bad about that, I looked at the sky and I seen the smoke, but I didn't know it was a fire at that time. I was like, oh my God, the sky is so pretty.
But you know, the day it happened, I went and got my eyebrows. I got my eyebrows touched up. I have them now microbladed. Anyways, and when I tell you, the whole day, nobody said nothing. I went over to my friend's house. We were eating, whatever, we were cooking dinner. And they're like, oh my God, did you hear about the fire? And I was like, what fire? Nobody, I had not seen one single thing about it the whole day. Yeah. I didn't hear about it until 7. And then we pulled up the map and I was like, what?
Out of nowhere.
And then 6 other fires sprouted up out of nowhere.
And they're so far apart. I don't know if y'all know how California is set up, or LA basically. It's having in Malibu and Pacific Palisades. Then it's all the way in Pasadena. Yep. And then there's one in Santa Clarita. And then there was one in Hollywood.
And then there's one going towards the mountains.
Yeah. So it's that doesn't make sense to me on how it's stop, fire, then stop, then fire.
Well, it was the windstorm.
Oh, yeah.
It was a windstorm that day. So I think maybe the Pacific Palisades, something knocked over a power line or something and that caught it on fire.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But I've been volunteering this whole weekend.
Hell yeah.
I just been going, and I'm going to a volunteer tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So I'm been really excited about that because I feel like everybody on the internet makes it seem like,
girl, I had to get in that ass today.
Yeah.
Because they were pissing me off.
It's people that are not, I moved here when I was 17, but it's people that are not from here come here in a year or 6 months and they think they know everything about it. And it's LA's not like that. As y'all can see, everybody's coming together to help.
Bro, I literally made a video about that last night because people are stupid as and just running their mouths to run it. And they're like, they're about to start killing us and we're the purge start. What? I haven't seen nothing but positivity. The day the fires happened, I was on Instagram. People hey, we have a hotel floor that y'all can come to. We have clothes, we have water. And also, I feel I don't know how this has happened. And I will say when I first moved to LA, it took me a while to adjust. Yeah. But now I love it here.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what the rep is. It's not this evil, wicked city with all these villains and shit like that.
I think what happens is people that bring that energy, because I'm from Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. So people that bring that energy of dark and negative, they end up leaving.
Yes.
And so you meet so many transplants and you think oh, this is how LA is. But when you meet the natives, they're so
cool.
Nice.
They're cool. Literally. Yeah. I have met some of the nicest people and lifelong friends in LA. Yeah. And then also, y'all have to understand LA is a huge city.
Huge as shit.
Not everybody here is a Kardashian. Some people work just regular jobs.
And even the rich people, they work there.
They work.
There's nobody here that don't work.
Yes.
Everybody here has to work either it's a 9 to 5 or a 24-hour job. Yep. Even the rich people.
And some people have 6, 7, 8 jobs.
I know millionaires right now that are they don't see their family because they're always busy. And people think I guess actors, mm-hmm. they do one movie and then they're set. It's no, usually actors do the movie and then they don't get paid for 6 months. So they're doing commercials in between. Bro. They're always working.
There was an actor who's on one of my favorite shows on Star. He's working at LAX. Literally, it's not all glitz and glamour. Some actors, I have a lot of friends that are actors.
Same.
They work regular jobs in between their big jobs.
Yeah, and with the SAG strike, that really fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Because like I was filming a movie and it was done.
Yeah.
But like my friend Tabby, she's on General Hospital and she kept working. But it's like even with them, it's like you make a lot, but you have to understand.
You gotta pay a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, you gotta pay a whole bunch of people. Then taxes come, and then you gotta like have 401k. Like you have it's not.
You gotta pay your publicist, your agent, your manager.
Yeah, it's not what people think. Like even like yes, like Beyonce makes a lot of money, but she can't just stop working.
No.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
Especially the lifestyle she has.
She's gonna have to keep up a billionaire lifestyle, so she has to keep working to fund the lifestyle.
And that's why y'all always like, why is Beyonce coming out with something new every month? She got to.
Yeah.
And y'all buy it. So shit.
Y'all see Cher, she's still torn and she's 400. So.
Not too much of my business.
Oh my God, is Cher okay? Because she lived in Malibu.
I hope so.
Oh my God.
Bro, oh my God. Janae Eichel's house burned down.
I know. I seen it on her story and I like swiped it. I was like, oh my God, I'm praying for her and her family. Because like, I didn't even know she lived in that area. But that is like actually insane that like her whole house is gone and like so many other people's houses gone. But what's pissing me off
is to buy a new one.
Is the buy a new one and the people are like they're rich, like they can get. Do y'all not know how mortgages work? Like if your house burns down, because I burned my house down when I was 17.
Oh, damn.
Yes. My parents had to pay that mortgage, and then we had to still get another house. Like it's not like
it doesn't end.
Yeah, and it's like sucks because like if you got a $10 million house and it burns down, it might be worth $200, but you still have to pay that $10 million mortgage, and then you got to find another place, and then your kids are out of school.
Yep.
And now you got to get all new furniture, and the insurance claims are gonna take months. So it's
and I feel like this fire is just showing me that like. You people have no empathy. Like, I don't give a how much money somebody has. They had to work for it. Like, yeah, some people have generational wealth, but a lot of rich people in LA had to work. They just didn't get $1 million like somebody else. Like,
and a lot of the people that have generational wealth were like the people that were on the MTV shows that were like teenagers and stuff. They're okay because their parents, but like their parents had to work. But like the people that are like needed like that has houses burned down usually came from nothing and like worked their ass off.
And some people have been in the same house for like generations. And like I know y'all think, I'm not even rich. I'm not even close to being rich. Like if my apartment burns down, my life is over.
That's and I had to evacuate 4 times. I was literally freaking out because like we make good money. If I lived in Oklahoma again, we'd be set. I'll be set. But in LA, if my apartment burnt down, oh my God, you don't know how much of a dent in my bank account that would be.
Bro, and like not even like I'm telling you, my whole life is in my apartment.
Yes.
My apartment burns down, I got nowhere to go.
Nowhere.
I'm not from here. Like I'm homeless.
And then it's like also like getting an apartment, you have the down payment on putting on an apartment is so much here.
And especially when you work jobs like us, they want first of all 6 years of income and then 3 months up front.
And then, what the fuck?
They be hoeing us.
Well, honestly, no. Like, when I went to Northridge, I don't know, because in I lived in Toluca Lake, but I didn't live in North Hollywood. But when I moved to Northridge, I went into my apartment, and they were really nice. They were like, okay, what do you do?
No, hell no. They made me jump through hoops for my apartment.
And then I told them what I did. Well, can you just show us how much you make monthly? And I literally just showed them my PayPal. And they're, oh, you're fine. And then I did my application. But that was the only time I've ever
when I first applied to the apartment I live in now, like I had way more than the whatever the I needed to get the apartment. But they were like, it's still like a little
iffy, yeah.
It's like, what? It's literally a Chase bank statement. Like, she was like, you need a cosigner. And then I was like, okay, I had to call my brother. My brother makes a ton of money. And they're like, we're still not seeing it. I'm like, what? Okay, is it because I'm black? Like,
no, but imagine being 17 moving here, right?
Yes, insane.
And it was like, I wasn't even making that much money. I wasn't even making that like money at that time. And I was homeless for like, I think for like 4 months I was like couch surfing.
Yeah.
And then I remember how I got a place with my roommate at the time. I had to call my stepdad and he had to basically kind of like front it up.
Yeah.
And then he had to sign and then we had to undersign. So he was like the head of it.
Yeah.
And we were like under it.
And I know that rent was paid because if it wasn't, it was gonna be that ass.
Oh my God. He made every month, he was like, make sure y'all pay it.
Literally.
I was so serious.
And I just want everybody to realize from what's happened in California and in LA, everybody is one tragedy away. Like it's easy to make jokes and poke fun when you're not living in it, but be careful because what you put out will come right back to you. And when y'all house burned down and people talking about just buy a new one, you're gonna realize how stupid that sounds.
Yeah, and it's like people don't get like you're only one decision away from being homeless.
Yes,
and
we are all living paycheck to paycheck.
Everybody, and it doesn't matter how big the paycheck is when your life is a big style life.
What like let's say you make $150,000 in LA, that's maybe 50,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or like 40,000 at Melks because just the lifestyle living here.
Everything is more expensive. Every single thing.
Yeah, especially because where are you from?
Alabama.
Ooh,
if I had this money,
Flo Millie.
Yeah, bro. But like that's what I'm saying. If I was in Alabama, I'd be Bill Gates.
Oh my God, yeah. Because I was born in Texas, then I lived in Wichita, Kansas, then I moved to Oklahoma City. I would live like a king. Like rent in like Kansas is like $800.
Before I moved from Alabama, my last apartment I had was with one of my best friends. Yeah. We had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It was a big apartment. It was $1,200.
Right.
It was $1,200. Bro, and then she had a bigger room, so I literally had to pay just $400 because she wanted to pay more because she had the bigger room. I was paying $400, and when I moved to LA, right after that. My rent times that by like 6. My first apartment in LA was almost $2,000. Like that's a big
1 bedroom.
Yes,
you got a 1 bedroom for less than $2,000.
It was $1,800, and it was in Silver Lake. It was cute, but it didn't have a washer and dryer. It didn't have a dishwasher. It didn't have a microwave. But it was cute. It was nice. It was modern, but it just didn't have that shit.
Yeah, they didn't have the appliances.
No, and it didn't have central AC. And I was like, I can't live like this. So I was only in there for a month, or for a year. But it was a nice apartment. Though. It was a good starter apartment.
I think mine one bedroom was same, but we didn't have like the laundry.
Yeah, didn't have the laundry.
And oh my God, I was so stupid when I was younger, and I was so like spoiled. So it was such a shock value because
not having AC when I first moved here, that shit had me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm a trench baby, but it's hot as fuck.
No, coming from the suburbs, I was like, oh hell no. I wouldn't even open up my refrigerator because I was like, what is this? And I remember I would cry and lay in bed all day and just reminisce like I did not know how good I got it.
Bro, what? Like my first apartment, I was like, damn, like I would literally have to I really have to like scoop all my clothes and take it to the laundromat. I was roughing it. I can't live like this.
And I would just leave them there sometimes because I didn't feel like waiting.
You know what I started doing? There was like this place, this like mom and pop shop laundromat that was like right by my apartment. I would take my clothes to them, drop them off, they would fold them, wash them, and I would pick them up. It was super nice. It was lit. It was in Silver Lake. But I was just like, damn, like I'm having to start from scratch.
Yeah, you really do.
But I'm not gonna lie. Then my next apartment, I was like, I gotta have a washer and dryer. Yes. I gotta have AC.
My next apartment, oh my God, it's okay. I had like 5 apartments before I got to where I am now. Yeah.
I feel like that's normal though.
Yeah, well, now I was crazy. I was doing like wild shit. The second apartment I got with a bunch of roommates, and we got kicked out because somebody threw a party and somebody got shot there. And I'm banned from that apartment complex.
What?
Yeah, I still go though, because like my friends live there.
You be sneaking in the back?
No, yeah, I do. And but that one was a penthouse, so it was really nice.
That was nice.
Yes, but it only lasted for 4 months.
I had a really good apartment for a brief short amount of time. Some shit happened. Yeah. But it was like in Silver Lake too. And it was like it was a penthouse and it had floor to ceiling windows.
Yes.
It was so big. It was
I missed that apartment. Literally the first night there. I literally went on the balcony and I was like, oh my God, Jesus, like you really did your big one. I was crying so hard, being so overdramatic just to get kicked out.
I love my apartment now though. My apartment now is so nice.
I love my apartment. Oh my God, I have to invite you over. Yes. I love my apartment. It's how I set it up. You would think you're on an acid trip.
Sheesh. The start of the new year is the perfect time to get organized, set goals, and prioritize what matters most. For me, a top priority is my financial wellness, which feels more important than ever. Thanks to Rocket Money, my goals feel achievable. They show me all of my subscriptions right in one place and help me easily cancel ones that I forgot that I've been paying for. Rocket Money also puts together all of my spending across all different accounts so I can clearly track my spending habits and see where I can cut back. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all accounts. Easily create a personalized budget with custom categories to help you keep track of your spending. See your monthly spending trends in each category to see exactly where your money is going. Get alerts if bills increase in price, there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over budget. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you. They automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save. Then you can ask them to negotiate for you. They'll deal with customer service, so you don't have to. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/bottomsup today. That's rocketmoney.com/bottomsup. rocketmoney.com/bottomsup. Do you cook?
Yeah, I could.
I was gonna
Well,
say, I
now
cook too.
because I'm trying to like lose weight. Yeah.
When I tell you cooking my meals, first of all, I cook all my meals now, like
Yeah.
probably pretty much exclusively.
Yeah.
I save so much money, and I'm able to eat the shit that I used to eat before I lost weight, and it's still
Healthier.
It's still healthier.
Yes.
I feel like that would be, if y'all are looking to like lose weight or start your weight loss journey, I feel like the first step is you gotta stop eating out.
Yes.
And you gotta start knowing what the fuck is going on in your food. I feel like cooking has saved me.
Honestly, I'm still doing withdrawals from deleting and deactivating DoorDash.
I haven't been on DoorDash in forever.
Oh my God, DoorDash will gain you 800 pounds.
When I first, oh my God, when I first moved to LA, when I tell you, I probably spent like $10,000 in DoorDash.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like 10 to 20 G's.
Yes.
I would DoorDash a rock if I could. Like,
Yes.
I would DoorDash from the McDonald's, like that was like, hey, Bo, oh my God, bro, I'm so glad I lost weight. It was a 4-minute walk from my apartment. I would DoorDash.
Mine's is 800 feet, not DoorDash. I'm so serious.
Mine might have been 800 feet. I think mine was 800 feet.
Yes, I just literally, oh my God. I remember, honestly, I was having a panic attack. I remade an account so quickly.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't give a like, I ordered a Big Mac, chicken nuggets, that
was my meal.
And a McChicken with cheese at Big Mac sauce. And I was like, but I'm gonna balance it. And I got 2 waters because I was like, it'll flush it out.
And then you think like, oh my God, why am I not losing weight? It's because that meal was 10,000 calories.
Right. And then I was like so upset with myself, so I cried. And then so I was like, okay.
And I gotta order more stuff.
I know. I ordered Cold Stone.
Yeah, literally.
And then Jason's upstairs. My friend Jason, I can't even be around him because his big ass was like, you hungry? And I was like,
me and my friend, anytime I'd be like, because sometimes when you don't want to be big and greedy by yourself, so you be like, damn, I sure could go for a burger. What you thinking? And you always got that one friend that's like I remember I would be like on my skinny stuff, so I would wait all day to have my first meal of the day, wait till like 7 p.m. And it's a 20-piece hot lemon pepper, extra fries, extra seasoning, Cajun seasoning, cheese, some corn, 3 ranches.
Yes.
I remember I would get like the extra large drinks, fruit punch, and you really just don't realize like that meal really is like 6,000-7,000 calories.
But honestly, I have the best conversations when I'm eating. Like
Same.
By myself, I think of the best concept.
Yes.
Like
Eating makes me happy. I get so excited.
Oh my, I'm excited right now.
Me too. I'm so hungry.
When I watch 600 Pound Life, I'm like, oh God, that shit look good.
I'm just like, damn, you think I'll give me a slice?
Like, I get it.
Like, you don't need the whole pizza.
Like,
I do get it. Because I used to be like that. Like, I would be able to put down a whole box of pizza and not give a
I did it last night.
And that's really
I really.
Also, I feel like for me too is like, we were just talking about this before we started filming, but like sometimes that shit is a coping mechanism. When I'm upset, the only thing that makes me feel better is my favorite meal.
Exactly, because I'm a former crash out. So like,
Same.
I legit have to do something, or I'm going to slap the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, like food keeps me occupied.
Yes.
Because but now I get so excited to cook my meals and like I get
I'm
so
not
excited
there
to eat.
yet.
I literally I'm the type of person, I know what I'm gonna eat the day before, the next day. Like in the morning, I'm like, I'm gonna have this for breakfast. I'm gonna eat this for lunch. I'm gonna eat this for dinner. And I get so excited to cook my meals and to eat, and it tastes so good and it's so much cheaper. And then I also don't feel like a piece of shit from eating it somewhere else that was gonna make it like even more, calories and shit like that.
Yeah,
But
I don't have that yet. I think about what can I buy and go out to eat and eat the night before. I'm still in that
but
fat
I feel
era.
like for me, it's like I just don't find a lot of food in LA like super
Oh my
good.
God.
You gotta put me on?
Oh my, have you been to Jazzy's?
No, is that a soul food restaurant?
Yes.
I've heard of it. I have not been.
I think it's up the street.
From where I live?
No, and from here, it's right
I've
up
never
the
had
street.
it.
Oh my God, I probably paid her rent. Like, I'm so serious. Because I spent like $150. And I almost spoke in tongues when I had her yams. It was so amazing.
Oh my God, I love yams.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from I love fried chicken, mac and cheese, and yams.
And she puts lobster in it. And then Auntie Anne's, they got the best potato salad. Oh,
I love potato salad.
Oh my God.
You get me hungry. I haven't eaten
and
today.
then Kool-Aid.
Okay, girl, let's hop in.
Okay.
So what was Little Bo like growing up?
Little Bo was so elementary Bo was very like curious. And he was making videos like
Really?
at 6 on YouTube, and I would email them to Ellen. And
You're so real. You're really
I had a rap song on YouTube, and I was dissing Justin Bieber.
as you should.
And my sister in the background was like, "Stop dissing people. Like, you need to worry about your lyrics." It was so weird because I was like, and then I would make singing videos.
I'm like, girl, I'm filming. Not too much. The camera rolling.
And then I did monologues. It was so, oh my God, I'm so glad. They're still up if you can find them. I don't remember the name.
Of the channel?
Yeah, so like I was just doing weird shit. And I remember it just was like, nobody was like thinking of it because it wasn't a thing.
No.
And then I got to like 11 or 12, and I went to go visit my real dad in Kansas City. And he had a stepdaughter, and she was like, "Have you heard of Vine?" And I was like, "No." And she showed me Vine, and I remember seeing like Alley Cat and like King Bach.
Yes.
And I was like, "What is this?" And I think I made a Vine, and I was like talking about like how I hated teachers or some shit, and it was like only 6 seconds. And I was like, "I wish you'll shut the up." And
It went crazy.
It went crazy, but at that time, it got like 5,000 likes. They didn't do views. They did like likes or whatever.
Did they do views?
I don't know. Or loops.
Loops.
It did like 5,000 loops. And I was like, oh my God, this is like, I'm famous as fuck.
You are.
And so I got really delusional.
But I feel like the delusion, like for people like us that are like really creative, that is our biggest asset.
It was.
Is that we are delusional as
I was so delusional.
There's nothing I don't think that I can't do.
Mind you, I was in Wichita, Kansas, and I was telling everybody I was going to be famous in elementary.
Same.
But I had a journal, and I wrote it all out. And I just kept like in the journal, I would make pictures of me at award shows. I would write these like stories about my life.
Super manifesting.
Yeah, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was just bored.
Yeah.
And so I started living like it in my actual head. And I would go to school and I would be like, oh my God, y'all, like, I just came back from LA. I would just lie.
Oh, you were acting.
And I remember, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I took the whole Hannah Montana storyline before it even came out. And I was like, I am famous. Like, I'm a famous kid singer, but I live this normal life. And they believed
it.
Yeah. And
you know you could get kids anyway.
Yeah. And so I started making the videos, and I got like a little bit successful on Vine, but it wasn't like anything big. I had like 20K. But even at that time, that was
still a lot. That's famous to me.
Yeah. And I remember like watching like Denzel, Ricky, Jay Versace.
The OGs.
The OGs like Bretman.
Yes.
And who else was like Wolf Tyler? I don't know.
And then
remember?
you know all the white boys, the white boys.
Oh yeah,
playing.
Natural. I wasn't really watching them like that.
I was watching them. That was cute.
I didn't really see them. I don't always seen Shawn Mendes because he was singing. And but like the MadCon thing, you would see that. But I was so more focused on like Ricky, Denzel, Jay, Wolf Tyler, and like Special K. I was like always watching them. I was like, oh my God, like they're so cool.
Yes.
And I remember when I think like Denzel, no, what's that boy? Destin Conrad. I remember I followed him at 90K, and when he hit 1 million, something spiritual happened to me. Like I was like, I can do this.
Yep.
But my mom said no, and she deleted the account. And so
I wasn't allowed to have social media.
Yeah, and because she seen me make a thirst trap on there, and
she's like, I'm shutting this shit down.
No, but she made it so dramatic. Like we went to church for it.
Okay.
Like I was like 13 and I ripped my shirt off, poured water and chocolate syrup all over my body.
Okay, you was committed.
Yeah, I was committed. I was like, oh, this is going to make them want to fuck.
Yeah.
And so
that's gonna be a panty dropper.
And I remember my mom seeing it. She was like, I am sick to my stomach. Like, she was so disgusted. It was so, like, scary because I was like, are you
okay?
Yeah, like, you're going to kick me out?
And I feel like that generation, they just understand this is all for the bit. Girl, this is not for real. This is all for the bit.
And so she made me delete it. And then I remember I didn't have Vine, but I had Twitter. And I was like, I'm going to be famous some other way. And I kept lying to everybody saying like, no, like, I know Nicki Minaj. Like I was saying all this shit. Like I remember when the Starships came out, I was like, oh yeah, I co-wrote it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people believed me, but they would just listen to me. And literally my junior year, I started making videos on Twitter. And my first videos, because I got fired from Subway and I was really pissed.
Damn, why'd you get fired?
I used to close early, like 3-4 hours early. And I didn't know how to like do anything. I just would wash dishes and get on my phone.
Yeah.
And so I got fired and I came home. I was like, I just got fired from Subway. I worked there for 3 months. Y'all got me up. And I just did it and it went like low-key viral in Oklahoma. I get a call from Subway, like my owner, and I get fired. And I didn't give a f. I was like, okay, this is cool. Then I made a video about Sonic. And then I started just ranting about like school and they just started going viral. And then like World Star was like picking me up. Everything was just like going like that. And at this time, I'm like 17 and I'm about to graduate. And I remember I told my mom, I was like, I'm going to go to LA. And she was like, I will not support you financially. And
you're like, okay, girl, I'm going to make it happen.
I was like, that's fine. I was like, what does that have to do with me going to LA?
Real.
And then she was like, she cried. And she was like, you're just a little weird. Like, I don't know how.
She's like, that's my baby.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know how,
you're impressionable.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know how people are going to respond to you. Like, you're just, weird a little bit. And, but she was like, but I am also crazy. So, like, you understand how, like, crazy people are. And then we got in this whole conversation where she pissed me off. And I was like, Mom, you wanted to be an interior designer. You could have been, like, a millionaire interior designer. But now look at you stuck as a RN.
Wake it up.
She lost her.
Well, because first of all, why are you talking to her like that?
I know.
She should have popped you in the mouth for that.
Well, she tried. She lunged at me. and I remember my stepdad was looking at me like he wanted to hit me. And I was like, oh my God, because David scared the shit out of me. And she's like, I can't. She's like, I did everything. Like, do you see how you live? Like, what the f? Like, I was like just tripping. And I ended up going to college because I burnt the house down. So I felt like, oh shit, like, let me go to college.
Well, you burnt down your parents' house?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, how the f did you do that?
Actually, it has something to do. It was social media. I got put on my first tour. It was a DG tour.
Okay.
And it was with Bryce Hall, me, Mikey Barone, like all the musical kids. And I was making corn dogs and french fries and watching Power. And I was like, I don't want this shit. I want McDonald's. Left the house with the stove on. Burnt that bitch up. I came back. I was like, oh my God. And this is a real story. So, Mom, if you see this, I lied.
I bet your mom whooped your ass, didn't she?
Oh, it is worse than a whoop ass. I remember getting back and laughing because I was like, oh my God, I really burnt the house down.
I was laughing too.
Yeah. My dog was in the house. He died. But like, he didn't die. I think
he didn't die because of the fire.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it was just like smoke. Maybe. I don't know. But he died like a year later. So R.M.P. MJ. I walked in the house like, oh my God, it's on fire. Like,
like, and you were the only person home at the time?
Yes, I was like, oh my God, it's on fire.
I would have been like, oh, she's about to whoop my ass.
I filmed it. And then my neighbor came over and she was like, oh my God, is your house
filming?
Mind you, I'm the only.
Wait, can you say that again?
I just filmed it. And then I remember I'm the only black kid in this neighborhood. Like,
they was having to be called up out there.
The police already been called on me because I used to go on walks around the neighborhood. It was a nice neighborhood. So I was like, oh, this is really going to embarrass my mom. Because 2 weeks before, I asked my neighbor for some money to go to a game because my mom wouldn't give me the money. So she was already like...
Now you had these white people thinking I ain't got no money. Right. Now you thinking I'm broke and I'm financing the house. We on EBT.
Like that.
So, black moms always got to take it to the next level.
So my neighbor comes over. We call the cops. The fire department comes. And they just like, oh, it's not a big fire. Don't worry about it. These niggas bring out the fridge, the washer. I'm like, nigga, this is a big ass fire.
They renovated the house.
But my house, all my shit got burnt up. Because how my house was set up, it was like my parents were on this wing. I was on that wing. Okay.
That's black excellence.
But my parents were on like this side of the house and I was on that side of the house. And my room and the other room was connected to my room, and the bathroom was in the middle, and then the kitchen was right next to my room. So all my shit got up, and I was kind of upset because I was like, y'all not even worried about my shit. Like, your shit's
you're a hilarious person.
And so I was getting more aggravated with her because I was like, we get it. Like, the house is on fire, but thank God for insurance, right? Not knowing this is why y'all need to shut the up about everybody talking about we gonna just buy a house. It is really not that simple.
No, it's not. My aunt's house. Our house burned down too, and it was like it took them like 7-8 months to find a new house.
It was so crazy. My parents moved to a different state.
They were living in a hotel for like 8 months.
And so when my mom got home, she was like, I don't like you. She just told me that. She's like, I don't like you. I don't want to see you. Mind you, this is in front of white old people. So they were telling me, she's gonna be happy you're alive. Bullshit. We get the hotel from the insurance. She puts me on the top floor. They get on the first floor. They don't speak to me. They don't it's like these niggas don't with me. And so I'm like, oh, okay. And so
what's the mean?
Yeah. So I went on the tour. Cause I was
she said I gotta pay for LA on my own.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'll just go on the tour so we can we can
have some space.
Yeah, I'm in this hotel by myself. I leave to go on the tour. I'm still making videos because I'm like,
I know your mom hated you for that era, bro.
Oh, she hated me. That was not even the wildest shit I did. And so I get on the tour. My stepdad's calling me. I don't answer. I keep forwarding all his calls.
Bro, they was gonna come and scoop your ass the up.
And I finally get back, and
why were you operating like you were a white kid? You were operating like you white.
Because all my white friends were telling me, Mallory and Amanda, all of them, they were just like, let them cool down.
Let them cool off. Just give them some space. They're your friends. They love you. And I told my mom, shut the up one time.
No, Mallory did. And
I went to an all-white school. I would see it. I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because I hated my stepmom so much. Still hate her. Oh my God. The Fannita lore is deep. But I just remember I would go oh my God, I hate my stepmom. They'd be like, Fannita, well, the next time she's being mean to you, you just walk away. And I'm like, that's not good. I remember one time I tried to try the white method and just walk away from the conflict when she started bullshit with me. I kid you not, bro. This is a true story, y'all. My life was horrible. My life was horrible. This is a true story. She would so my mom's dead. So she would always...
okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. this is I gotta give you the backstory.
Yeah, okay.
So my mom's dead. And she had this weird... My mom's been dead since I was 2 years old.
Okay.
She's had this weird vendetta against my dead mother for years. Because, you know what I'm saying, my mom came first, whatever. She's had beef with this dead woman for whatever. So, she would make me do all the household chores. I was pretty much like a slave in my house.
Like a Cinderella.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly like it. And I remember one day I'm washing the dishes. And at one point she stopped buying plastic plates, so I would just have dishes to wash. She was evil. She was an evil.
That bitch.
She's evil as. So one day I remember I was talking to my friends in class. They're like, "Yeah, Fannita, just walk away." And so I'm washing the dishes. And bottom of time, and she comes in there, she starts talking shit to me, you know what I'm saying, your mama, yeah, I got her spot, I'm that girl, you know what I'm saying, your mama wish she was me, whatever. And I'm like, bitch, are you bonkers? Are you nuts? And so I literally am like, okay, I'm gonna try the white method. And so I go to walk out the door, she slams it. This bitch was the Hulk smashes the door from behind me.
Oh.
Scared the piss out me. Scared the piss out me, man. She's right behind me. So she's like, where the f do you think you going? And she slams it. And I was like, I just wanted to go for a walk. And I turn around, we're right here. We're right here. And she's like, who the f you think you is? You don't run shit in my house. You not about to just walk outside. This bitch is crazy, bro. You think you just walk by yourself like you run shit like you grown? Mind you, I'm just walking into the yard. And so
you were like Matilda.
Dead worse. And so I remember she was this close to me, right? And I had a smart ass mouth. And she's this close to me, and I was like, could you just back up a little bit? Your breath stinks. I said that. She starts raging. And she would try to get me in my face and try to provoke me to hit her. But she was a big bitch, bro.
Oh.
That bitch was big. And I would never cross. And she was starving me and shit. So I was already malnourished. Yeah. I swing one time, my iron level's low. I'm out cold. And so I remember she was like, then move me then, bitch. Move me. If you want me to get out your face, then move.
How old were you?
14.
What?
I was 14 or 15. I think I was a sophomore. And I was like, bro, I'm not about to put my hands on you. I'm not about to push you. And so she pushes me and I was like, okay. So then I tried to sidestep out of her way. This bitch spits in my face.
Oh.
She hot into and mind you, I am a child. I am a child. We had real beef. Like me and that bitch had beef. Our beef will go to the grave.
Okay, yeah, that's abuse. My mom was doing psychological
No,
shit.
no, my stepmom abused me.
Yeah.
But like but this is what I'm saying. I went back to school to my white friends. I was like, what the was that kind of advice? Like, don't ever tell me to do shit.
Yeah, and I stopped listening to Mallory after the time I didn't make my bed and my mom took the door off the handle and then she ripped my TV from the wall and then she took the bed and then she threw all my clothes out the closet and they told me to clean it up.
At least you had a bed in the closet. That was nice. I slept on the floor.
I had
a mattress on the ground.
And you see how God spun the block?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Bro, that's when you were talking about how you were like manifesting your journal.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. So I had my like death note. And I would get in that bitch and I would write the nastiest shit in that goddamn journal. I'd be like, I hate this bitch. I can't wait till she dies. I can't wait to graduate. I can't wait to leave this house. I hate this house. I hate my life. And I remember I would write in my journal, one day that bitch is gonna see me on TV because I'm gonna be famous because good things happen to bad people. And if I had a death note, I'd write that shit in all caps.
Yeah,
I hate
that's
that bitch.
crazy. Where is she at now?
I mean, they're still in Alabama. I don't speak to them. Like when I graduated. So this bitch, bro, she was just evil as hell. So she kicked me out when I was like 17. It was like a couple days for my 18th birthday. You know what I'm saying? Don't gasp. But mind you, I did get kicked out. I was supposed to go to college in like 3 weeks or whatever. And she came in my room one day and was like, since you grown and shit, and you ready to get the fuck out of here, how about you get the fuck on? And I said, hey man, grabbed all my shit, started packing my bags. And one of my friends came and got me. And then I lived with my brother for like 2 weeks until I moved to college. And then this bitch is gonna tell everybody I ran away. So I packed up my entire room and just this bitch. Yeah, it was like a couple days from my 18th birthday. Like she gave me the boot, which was fine. I didn't give a fuck. I was ready to get the fuck out of there. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Oh, hell.
But I did want to die for a long period of time.
Twins.
Yeah. Yes. The depression. I remember, bro, I would be in my bed, man, like just like staring at the ceiling. Cause like the way my house was, she took abuse to the next level. But I wasn't allowed to watch TV. I wasn't allowed to talk to my friends. I wasn't allowed to hang out with friends outside of school. I was legitimately a prisoner. She had my windows nailed shut. What? I had one single window in my room and she had that bitch nailed shut.
Where was your dad?
In the house. Not doing a thing. not doing anything. You know how niggas is.
Niggas ain't shit.
Ain't shit. And I just remember like I would literally cry myself to sleep every single night. Mainly because the hunger was eating my back. But the hunger pain. And that's why when I went to college, I had like a really bad relationship with food. And that's why I gained like 200 pounds.
Oh my God. Yeah. Cause after I got kicked out and went to college for a month, Brenda ain't got to tell me shit. I can go to McDonald's every day.
Yeah. Like I don't have to eat the salad. I don't have to do it. I can eat whatever. And then at that point there had been so many days where I didn't eat at all that like I was just terrified of never eating again. So I was the type that if it was in front of my face, I was going to eat it. I was going to eat it and I was going to eat all of it and I was going to leave a crumb.
See, how I was brought up is like we had to eat all the food on the table. And like so when my stepdad would cook, he would make these, oh my God, it makes me wet thinking about it. He would make like chicken, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, greens, fucking like yams, cornbread, all this shit. But when I was a kid, I was like, I don't want to eat like all of that. But he would like force me to eat it. And I think that's like all black.
Bro, my stepmom would do that shit
to
me too. She would make this one thing, and to this day, I cannot. Some things, like legitimately, y'all, some things are trigger foods for me that I cannot eat. Collard greens. I hate collard greens. I have always hated collard greens, and that bitch cannot cook worth a goddamn. And so her collard greens were nasty, greasy, and taste like a stripper's ass crack. And I remember I would be 6 years old. The only thing that's left on my plate is this little pile of collard greens, bro. And she would make me sit at the table and like watch me eat it and make me eat it. And sometimes I would literally have to just like swallow it and I would throw it up after she left. Like I would swallow it and throw it up. And so like now to this day, I cannot eat collard greens at all. And I also can't eat like, I don't eat peanut butter. Like
what?
I don't like peanut butter at all. I don't like it at all. But that she would like force me to do that. But then I've always had like this kind of build. I've always been like taller and just like a little bit like stocky or whatever. And my sister was really tall and really, really skinny.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ever fat in high school, which sucks because like they warped my brain into thinking that I was.
I wasn't fat in high school either.
I was probably about the same size I am now that I was in high school. But they would make it seem like I was 5,000 pounds. Yeah. And so I've always just thought I was fat. Like my whole life, I never ever thought I was fat. Or
then you look back on pictures, you're like, what the
when I look back on pictures of me in like middle school, Bo,
I was skinny.
I was like this. Like my legs were like twigs. I was so small. And she just like warped my brain. And then that's why, thank God for therapy. We're in therapy now. We unpacking it. We unpacking it all. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that I have realized that, you know, that's why when shit with me on the internet like happens, it kind of makes me chuckle in a way because it's like, oh, y'all don't even know.
You went through hell. Yeah.
Like, I had a stepmom. Yeah. Y'all got to come harder than that. If y'all want to pack me up, y'all got to come harder than that.
Yeah, and it's like also like, I probably told myself the worst shit imaginable.
Yes.
So it's like for anybody to say something crazy to me, is like I've said something to myself.
I used to look myself in the mirror and say a monologue of things I hated about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that serious. And it's like...
And that was like me 2 years ago.
Yeah, girl, same.
Yeah,
that was me before the weight loss.
Yeah.
Goddamn it. Like, bro. But you know, I will say, like, a lot of that shit really is just, like, mental. And I'm so glad that I've just gotten older. And I will say, if you're struggling with your weight or you don't like the way you look... And it's hard. Trust me. I've been in your shoes. You got to be nice to yourself. Like beating yourself up ain't gonna make you lose weight instantly.
It's gonna make you gain it faster.
Exactly.
Because like last year, 2024 was such a great year for me, and I grew so much is because I started self-journaling.
Yep.
And I would go to the beach and I would just talk to myself and really heal like parts of me, but I would be very intentional on what part I'm healing, and I would talk to myself like, okay, 8-year-old Bo, I understand this happened. But I will always end it by whoever hurted me or the situation was saying thank you. Because if you didn't hurt me, I wouldn't be here today.
That's why because when I first like got out of my toxic ass family's house, I had so much, I hated everything and hated everybody. But now that I'm older, I wouldn't change a thing about my life. Like no child should definitely ever have to go through the things that I went through. But the way that I grew up, and that's why I come off so strong and I'm so like aggressive and I'm so like firm on the way that I think, is because I was built to be this way. Yeah. I've never had anybody be nice to me. I don't know what it's like to like have a loving mother or like be kind or say things the right way or be gentle. Yeah. I grew up very hard. I was pretty much like, I could wash my own clothes when I was like 6 years old. I was cutting grass when I was 6, like weeding the pig. Like I just grew up really rough. You know what I'm saying? And I've had a very rough upbringing, but truly, 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 fire and tension and pressure makes diamonds. Yeah. And that's what happened to me in my life. I would not change a single thing that I've been through because it really has molded me to who I am. And also I feel like at some point, here's my thing, guys. Trauma, everybody has it. And it is a very real thing. But at some point, we gotta stop. And I had to stop doing this too. We got to stop blaming our behavior on our trauma and fix it.
Yeah, and because what I understand is like people that go through traumatic shit, it's like we're 20s in our 20s. We're grown now.
Yes.
The people that caused that are sleeping fine. They living their life.
They don't give a damn.
You have to forgive them, and it's really not for them. It's really for you. Because now when new people come in your life, because I do not trust people.
Me either.
Because my whole family me up.
Yes.
And so now I had a real deep conversation to where I was like sobbing in Malibu, like crying. Oh my God, that sounded so rich. Crying in Malibu, on the beach, just crying so hard, and was like forgiving everybody because now everybody in my life it's so different. Yep. And I'm like, I'm putting problems that I had with people a long time ago
that don't exist here
on y'all, and it's not right.
Yep, because there's like, in this, especially, you know what I'm saying? Sorry if you met me after high school, but like I was just really mean, and I had a chip on my shoulder for sure. Like everybody could get the business. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like when I had like my like shit that happened last summer, I feel like that was like the old Fannita resurfacing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of things I've just suppressed, but going forward is like, I don't want to be evil and mean to people that genuinely don't have no beef with me.
Oh my God, and that's so crazy that you said, because I just discovered that. Because
not everybody's out to get me.
Yeah. Oh my God. Crazy? Yeah. I used to think so I used to be on some real shit like, I don't need new friends. I don't want to talk to you.
I was
not understanding I'm blocking so many opportunities.
Yep, blocking so many connections, blocking so many blessings just for being like, well, I can't. Like, first of all, you don't know this person. Yeah. And here's the thing too, and this is the thing about life, and I've met so many people. You will meet good people and you will meet bad people. That's life. But you shouldn't go into a situation already thinking somebody's a bad person.
Yeah, and you also have to learn how to grace. Because like,
yes, people go through shit too.
Yeah, people be going through shit. And like now,
and thank God my friends gave me grace.
Who? Because like now I used to go off on people like that.
Me too.
Now it's more like, okay, you might be going through something. I'm a chill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a chill because I know I'll take it to a level we don't need to take it.
That's like, I'm not gonna lie. When like me and my friends was getting in fights, I would take that shit to hell and not give a.
Yes.
And now I take time to understand, why is this making me upset? I articulate it. I write it down.
Yeah.
I put it in my notes. I'll list the reasons. I'll reword it, and then I'll be like, hey, can I have a conversation about something that happened? Like, not everything is Zeus Network. You don't got to be a baddie.
Yeah.
You can use your words. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's helped me grow so much as a person, just being able to communicate.
Yeah, facts. And because like with me, it was more like, because I have BPD.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like have a conversation with somebody and sit and overanalyze this whole conversation.
And I would think about it all night.
Think about it, but then I would make up this whole issue thinking they have beef with me. So next time I hang with them, I'm like picking at them.
Yep.
Just trying to get them to argue.
And just trying to just be like, so they say something back to you, like, do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you provoke them.
I would say the most like devious out of pocket shit just so they can know like, oh, I won this. And it's like, you're not winning anything because you're going to go home, be sad still, and want to hurt yourself still.
Yep.
So it's like, it's really.
And it's like, and what did that solve? And then also it's like, you said that to somebody that you actually love.
Yeah.
That person.
And now they leave you.
Yeah.
And now you're alone again.
And then you're begging for forgiveness. Like, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, like all my best friends, like they knew, because I wasn't really telling people in school what was going on in my house, whatever. But like my best friend Harley knew it. And then she got the brunt of it. One time, this is so up, but I always felt like I was an unlovable person. That was like
I felt that too, yeah.
That was like a long thing that I thought, probably up until like last year. I'm still unpacking it a little bit in therapy. But anyways, so with her, me and her became best friends. Like instantly, we've been best friends ever since, like around like 9th grade, but we've known each other since kindergarten.
Yeah.
And I remember I was so attached to her. I always tell her, like, I think I fell in love with her like platonically, like my first love for real. And I was always just terrified that she didn't love me as much as I loved her.
Oh my God, same. I went through that.
And I literally one day, I texted her off my phone and pretended to be my stepmom and told her I killed myself.
Did that. I didn't do that part, but I did like, oh, Bo died.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see how she would react.
Oh my God, I did that. Oh
my God, it's so f***ed up. Y'all, I was young. I was 16.
My God. And God forgive me. So
please. Like, she's forgiving me. Don't be mad on her behalf.
Yes.
We're still best friends. That's my bitch. But I remember, like, I just wanted to see, like, okay, if she's sad, that means she really did love me.
Yeah.
It's the way your mind.
Well, I have BPD, so that,
Shit, I might got that shit too.
Yeah, because I was like, girl.
I might need to get that checked out.
Like, we're identical.
No, but I would do shit like that all the time. And, like, I would pick fights for
this
like
reassurance.
I wanted the reassurance. But I mean, now I know I just like words of affirmation. But, and it's like, the thing is, she would always affirm me. I just thought she was a liar. Like, oh, she's only saying this.
Because you didn't believe it for yourself.
Exactly. I didn't love myself, so how could somebody else that doesn't know me love me?
Exactly. And like, I used to always talk about like, I don't care about being a good person and all this shit. Like, I don't care about shit like that. And not realizing I'm making myself believe that I'm not a good person.
Yep.
So when good things were happening to me, I'd be like, oh my God, what if this happened? You lose it all. Like, you're not going to deserve. And then I went to the beach and I was like,
yes.
Nigga, you're not an evil human. And I was like, you know what? I want to make sure every day I'm doing something good to make people know, like, I genuinely care, but I want to make sure I know that I am a good
I feel
human.
I feel like for me, it's like I used to think that I was like this bad person or whatever, but I would be like, well, a lot of people like being around me. Like, I can't be that bad of a person. Like, people would tell me the things that they love about me. Like, Fannita, you're so funny, you're so interesting, and da-da-da-da-da. But like, I just couldn't believe it. And I feel like I've been making up for it ever since. Like, I treat my best friend, she's on a pedestal with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I always try to give back. I always try to like, I feel like the opportunity that I got is a way for me to like, give back at all times and really help other people. Because so many people I would not be where I am today if it hadn't been for like my community. There have been so many people that have helped me like along my life to get me to this point, and some people that still help me and still want to see me win. And sometimes we really are just making shit up in our heads.
No, and that's like 90% of the time.
Yeah, like 90% of the times you think like, oh my God, this person doesn't like me, this da-da-da-da-da. And then also, something I've learned in my adulthood, guys, a lot of things can be solved with just a conversation.
Yeah, and another thing is like 99% of the times, nobody's worried about you.
Nobody cares about you.
Like, you're not that important.
No, like, I feel like that's the thing with me. I would always be like, oh my God, this person is da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
I do not live in nobody's mind rent free. My haters, for sure. But regular people, nobody's thinking about me.
Nobody cares. Like, and it's not even like a rude thing or to feel like you're invisible. It's just like, if people don't think about Beyonce every 5 seconds, they're not thinking of you. They're not.
And that's just the cold truth.
Yeah.
Right? I'm so glad that we got some growth in this bitch.
Yes.
Okay, so you went to the premiere Squid Games. How was that?
Horrible.
Oh my God, give me the tea. Give me the tea,
so,
sister.
as we know, I'm big. And so I told, when they asked me,
bro, I hated being big at events.
Oh my God. They asked me like, what size are you? I said 4X.
They didn't have it.
They gave me a large and I laughed and I was like, okay. And then, so I put it on and I had like a gray wife beater on and some gold chains. And my friend Tabby was like, okay, wait, you kind of give Fat Joe right now. Like, maybe, and I was like, Tabby, it's cold outside.
Midriff showing, the breeze.
And we have all these OnlyFans people here at the premiere and these hot to handle people. I'm going to look like a fat ass milk dug walking around. And so I went out there for a minute. And the reason why I left is because they like, okay, but we need you to get changed so you can walk the Squid Game scene.
They wanted you to walk it in that
No, they wanted me to change. My zipper fell down on the red carpet. And I was like, all right, it's a wrap. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, for sure.
So I didn't even see it. I left.
I feel like going to events big was what single-handedly propelled me to lose weight.
Yeah.
The humiliation rituals at gifting suites was enough for me to be like, I got to lose weight ASAP. I would go to gifting suites, right? Mind you, they would invite me. Knowing I'm big. Y'all done seen the content. Yes. I only post my face. Yeah. You know I'm
the
big.
Shoulders,
you know what I'm saying? Shoulders up. Y'all don't see no full body for a reason. And I remember I would go, and I would already know the deal. And I'm like, okay, what's the biggest size you got at this bitch, man?
2X.
Not even that, girl. You know the little skippy ass brands? They be like, so we only brought larges today.
But it runs big, so it can fit.
And mind you, at that time, I was a 3X pushing a 4. I remember this one time, bro, and she was being so nice, but this humiliated me to the end. This one girl, I walk up to her thing and I was like, hey girl, I know the deal. What's the biggest size y'all got? And like y'all clothes, whatever. Mind you, all the other girls are like getting everything, getting skirts and chops and da-da-da-da. And I'm already in this big ass tracksuit. And I was like, what's the biggest size you got? She was like, she looked so sad. She was like, I'm so sorry. Like the only thing we have is like a large. And then I remember I was like, okay, it's fine. And I would literally just say, okay, it's fine. And just like walk away. I remember 10 minutes later, she like chases me down in the event. And she's holding a hoodie.
Oh
and
my God.
She comes up to me. She's like, hey, like, I found this in an extra large. And she was like, I just wanted you to have something. And I was like, you could have not. So the girls is walking around with Coachella fits. I get a hoodie, bitch. And I was like, her heart was in the right place.
Oh, I hated Coachella, yes.
Oh, when I went to Coachella big,
oh my God, it was so, and then I was driving a Tesla there. This old white man looked at me and said, damn, you can fit in that? And I said, I need to lose weight. What? I need to lose weight. Because, sir, why the would you say that? Because in my head, I see Skinny Bo. And so I'm not realizing I look huge. And because as I got into the Tesla, I ripped the side off of it getting in.
God, that's a big bitch.
So I was like, oh my God, people can see it.
You know something I used to do when I got big, bro? So like my highest weight was 325. When I would go on flights, I would just not wear a seatbelt.
Same. No, same.
I was too embarrassed to ask for a seatbelt.
No, but now I'm like, you know what?
You can't play what it is. Everybody know I'm big.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. When you big, you be trying to keep it a secret like nobody knows.
Yes.
Like girl, everybody, the flight attendant knows you.
And then I'll be like sitting down and I'll be like, oh my God, don't let this fat bitch sit by me. And it's like, no.
I am the fat bitch.
I am the whale.
I know people hated to see me coming down that goddamn aisle.
But now I sit on that aisle just so I can, give y'all skinny people a rest.
The flight attendant handed me the goddamn seatbelt. It's in there like a pound of
right.
Coke.
Now
she handed it to me like in a bag. Like
shit. I was coming from Atlanta. Them niggas didn't give a They just dropped it on the table. I said,
hey, your big ass need a seatbelt.
Yeah. Said, what seat? Loud. I was like, oh, okay.
I literally wouldn't even say anything. I would like, but you know what I'm saying? I was so big that like my rolls would cover where the seatbelt was supposed to be anyway, so they would never notice that I wasn't wearing it.
I remember this one dude, I was sleeping, and this white man woke me up. He was like, you might want to go to the doctor because you might have sleep apnea.
Bo, when I tell you, I would be me, and then I had really bad acid reflux. I would like that would happen every single night. As soon as I would hit REM sleep, and I snored like a thunderstorm.
Oh,
it would.
I'm the biggest hitter.
Nobody could ever like, you know what I'm saying? Still love my friend, especially my best friend Harley. Man, that bitch stuck beside me.
Yes.
Because we would share a bed all the time.
Yes.
And she would literally be like, she would have to fall asleep first. Like,
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, the facts. We know it. Yeah.
We gotta stay awake.
Yes.
We gotta stay
and
awake.
I remember I was vacationing with my family. My mom said, "Can you please stand up and sleep?" And then my nephew was like, "Why is Uncle Bo screaming?" And I was like, "Uh-oh." So I had to leave. They got me another room because they didn't want me to sleep.
Bro, I remember I remember one time I choked in my sleep and one of my friends would spend the night and she's like, "Oh my God." Because I was dying.
You ever wake up with your head hurts, your eyes hurt? Damn, they're dying.
Goddamn crust all in. Bro, it was crazy. I was like, I got to get that bypass. I got to get
shit. I remember like the most recent thing is I went to sleep and I literally woke up and I thought I was in hell. And I was like, okay, it's just hot in my house.
And then you know what I'm saying? The
and
body
I went
overheating.
straight to the gym and walked for a good hour and 45 minutes.
And that's something I never did when I was fat. Oh. You could never get me to walk.
Oh, no.
Ever. I wouldn't walk outside.
Well, because the thing is, for me, it's like, fat people, being plus size is cool. I think it's great if you are happy in what you in. But for me, what I want to be is like back to my high school weight. I don't think people should be like, yo, well, they're fat, like whatever. I don't give a like.
I don't give a fuck about people being fat either.
Yeah. I'm just like, for me in my house.
Yep. My household.
We gonna lose this weight.
That's how that's how I felt too. Because I remember when I first started like losing weight, everybody was like, "Oh my God, TikTok got to her." No, my lungs did.
Yeah.
Like I can't walk, guys. Like
Yes.
I feel like something that isn't talked about is well, for me in my case, I was starting to get health issues.
Yeah.
And I was also started thinking about my future, and it's like, damn, I don't want my kids to have a fat ass mom. Like I can't, like no shade. Like I don't want to have a kid and we can't go to the park. I can't push them in a stroller. I can't pick up my kids.
See.
Like I can't run. I can't be active. And then all my friends are active people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, playing beach volleyball looks fun.
I wasn't thinking about that. I went to the Grammys and I did the glam bot, and I remember I'd seen my glam bot. I looked like a walrus, and I was like, no more. And,
there was certain pictures I would see, and I'd be like, oh my God, bro.
Or when your friends take pictures of you
and they like, and don't post me, bitch.
Oh my God. In Jamaica, my friend Noah, we went swimming, I had my shirt on. I didn't know that my nipples was bleeding out the shirt, basically. He posted a picture, like, we had fun in Jamaica. People DM me that picture, was like, oh my God, is this what you fully look like? And I was like, no, this is edited. No.
That's fake.
Yeah.
That's AI. I remember what my friends like post me on like on my birthday and shit. I'd be like, bitch, delete this shit. Before, like, no shade. Like, if you went through my camera roll since like college to now, I would rarely ever take pictures of me. Like when I would have my little outfit, I would take 6 pictures max, and I would do the same poses from the front, change the face, from the front again, cross my leg, from the front again. Don't move now. Don't move that angle. Stay straight ahead.
Yes.
Stay straight on. Don't get me from the side now.
Because I'll do this.
For real. Don't you dare get me from the side.
Yeah.
The jig is up once you get me from the side angle.
And then now it's like people like, oh my God. I remember I went to the Fairfax Trade-In Post, and everybody was like, people were coming up to me to take a picture, and this one dude was like, you're like a fashionable Dave Blunt's. Please call the police. Like,
he didn't want you to see the next night.
I was like,
he didn't want you to wake up the next day.
I know, and I was just
that's
like,
maybe the most hurtful thing I've ever heard.
I was like, okay, now we need to go to therapy.
And that's another thing too. When you're fat, you look like every fat person imaginable.
Bro, exactly. And my friend Ariel was talking about, you remind me of them 2 big boys off of Sherman. I was like, I don't even look like them.
Bro, you know what people used to call me all the time?
What?
Fannita, you are the spitting image of Lizzo. And you know what's crazy? For some reason, nobody's ever said that since I've lost weight. Y'all still think I look like Lizzo? You see what I'm saying? Like, I hate y'all fat fully asses, bro.
It's so annoying because it's like, now, I feel like Lizzo was always beautiful, and now she's losing weight.
And everybody's being nicer.
Yeah. But it's like, why do they think all fat people really look alike?
They don't. We're just fat. That's only me and Lizzo are both fat and black. Well, we were both fat and black.
Yeah.
But like that was the only thing we had in common.
Now I'm just the only one fat and black still.
And you getting there, sister. He's lost 30 pounds.
Yes. We just really need to ban McDonald's.
But also, I'm not gonna lie, it is getting scary though for the big girls. Cause no, I on some real shit, like the internet is getting way more fat phobic. They not nice about it no more. It's blatant. And it's getting scary. It's insane. But I just want to say this. You look good no matter what the weight. If you feel like you that bitch, be that bitch.
Yeah.
Don't ever let anybody tell you need to be a certain size.
And if you want to be like a fashion big person, you need to find clothes that you actually want to wear, and don't be trying to like find clothes that these other people will wear.
If you're a big girl, you cannot follow a skinny girl and get fashion advice.
Yes.
First of all, what she wearing don't even sell on your size, sister. Let's start being honest.
And I read Law Roach's book, and I was reading about how to build a fashion icon, and he talked about that. He said every person he styles is a different body and different, things. Like Zendaya has the model body, but he also styled Ariana Grande and all these other people. He says he gets to know them and see what they like, and he finds things that goes well with their body. Because you're trying to literally be somebody else, and it's like, it's not even about the weight. It's just like how your body is set up.
And then also, even that aside, dressing for your body type, which I've had to learn too, is important. Like if you have a longer or shorter torso, if you have longer legs, shorter legs, like all of that shit matters. It has nothing to do with your weight. Yeah. But if you're looking to get into clothes, you have to follow people that look like you. You can't wear the shit that Ariana Grande is wearing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're gonna order and be pissed off like, oh my God, why don't I look like Ari, girl?
Yeah. And we don't have the budget.
We don't have the budget.
Yeah, and sometimes you're not ugly, you're just broke.
Girl, because I got pretty as shit.
Yeah.
When I touch a little bit of coin, I got pretty as
like literally, I used to be looking crazy.
I used to look a hot ass mess, bro. Oh my God. When I was broke, man, oh my God. Y'all be talking about me now how, oh my God, if Fannita need a retwist, I would have my box braids in for 6 months minimum. Because I scrounged up my whole check to get them hoes. Like, I would have my box braids in until the lease ended.
I was gonna say
it would be like 3 or 4 months though. Yeah, I didn't give a damn. And then what would be crazy about me, bro? I gotta start pulling out old pictures of me. I would get colored hair. I would get colored braids all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about one time I had like this blonde braiding hair. New growth is this big.
Oh, you know how to fight.
I did. Yeah. But you know what was crazy though? And the beauty of being in Alabama, white people just really don't notice that shit.
Right, in Oklahoma, they're like, I mean, that's what
that was normal.
Yeah. That's good.
And I would still pull hoes like that. Like, white people just don't notice black hair. And so I would get away with looking crazy. Like, I'm talking about my sew-in lifted. You know what I'm saying? You can see the braids, you can see the tracks. And they think that's just how it's supposed to look.
I mean, I'm not going to... When I was growing up, I thought that's how it was supposed to look until my sisters, like, started doing their hair. Like, I would watch my sisters do their hair. And I'm like, oh, that don't look like the girl at my school's hair. Like,
yeah, bro. Her hair look like that. Yeah. You're like, girl, you need to go get that done.
Yeah, the wig be right here. And I'm like, oh, okay, well...
I remember when I was in, like, 3rd grade, I cut off a lot of my hair, and that's when I got my first sew-in. And tell me about my stepmom, I look like Dora the Explorer. I had a short-ass bob that was up here. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have no link because I was a kid. I had a short-ass bob and then the Nicki Minaj bangs. And everybody would call me Nicki Minaj in school. It was terrible.
I shaved my head trying to get a mohawk.
You was around them white kids so much. they was in your goddamn, they was in your ear.
It was so weird because I would go to a hood school and live in a suburb. So I was always conflicted. Like, I would listen to Eminem and heavy metal.
Oh my God, I don't fit in I'm too white for the black kids. I'm too black for the white kids.
I was just wild. Like, they would see me at parties getting drunk, doing everything. And the white kids were like, oh, I fuck with that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to this other party after this party.
And the black kids did not fuck with that.
No, I would take them to the hood. And the white kids like, okay, we're going to go home.
Yeah, lock.
And then I'm going to stay at the hood party.
I remember I realized I was weird when I got to college. So I was only around white people growing up.
Oh.
And so, like, my personality, like, I've always had the same personality, but, like, I'm really weird.
Yeah.
And so I remember when I would be around, like, the black kids when I got to college, like, the frat boys and, like, the AKAs and the cabas, they'd be like, Fannita, you're really weird, girl.
Oh my God, yeah, they did say that. They were like, but why do you talk like that?
Yes, why do you talk like that?
And I was like, nigga, because I talk proper, bitch.
Because I read a book,
right?
Bitch. Because I can read. Because I got to educate. That was like chip on my shoulder.
Oh my God.
I remember when I would go to like family gatherings, whatever, my like ghetto cousins would always be like, oh, look at the white girl reading a book.
Yeah, Sharika and her kids would say some weird shit like that.
And I'd be like, a bitch can't read? Like, shit, it makes me, I'm white because I'm reading. But I remember being around the black kids when I first went to college, and they'd be like, yeah, Fannita, I can tell you grew up around white people. You're weird as because I guess some behavior you can only get away with around white people.
Yeah, because I would listen to like heavy ass metal on the way to a party. Like,
yeah, I used to use Rascal Flatts and shit.
I would listen to like Slipknot, like some real shit. I have music that would question your faith in God type music. And I'd be like, let's play some music pregame. It would go from like pop that to like
I chimed in.
Yeah. And I'll be like, everybody's like, what the is going on? It was just so
But
wild.
also, I kind of like that about me now because now I feel like I'm a chameleon.
Yeah.
I can blend into any setting.
Yes, I can hang out with
Anybody.
blacks, white, Muslim, Christian,
Asian. Like I don't,
yeah.
and that's that. I feel like that's another thing too. And I feel like that's why people can't peg me on social media. They can't get a read on me because like I truly am myself, but I just know how to navigate my surroundings.
Yeah, and I think people always like wonder like how do I play all these characters? Is because like literally I had 10 jobs where I did videos and I hung out with everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so good at like impressions or
Yeah.
even like just reading people because I've hung out with everybody.
Yeah.
Like when I was in college, my dorm room would look like the meeting of the United Nations. I would have every person from every background in my dorm room. I would have the nigga that speaks Arabic, he's Muslim. I'd have Indian, Mexican, Hispanic, black, white, and we'd
Yes.
all be kumbayaing in my dorm.
And I would hang out with so many like Mexican people. I could like start understanding
Yeah.
Spanish. Because like when Christian would talk to me, I remember me and him were like bickering about something. He started speaking in Spanish, and I kept saying,
Yeah, what he was
like,
saying.
He was like,
And
"You
you
understand me?" I was like, "Oh shit." Yeah, I was like, it slipped. I don't know why.
You said you comprende, papi?
Yeah, I was like, "Yes, I understand you." He was like, "What the?"
I love speaking Spanish.
Yes.
'Cause you know I was a Spanish minor in high school, and I'm not gonna lie, Spanish boys love it when I talk Spanish. I'll be like, "Hola papi, tú es muy guapo," and it works every single time. But I speak a little Spanish here and there.
Yeah,
And also in LA's gotten better because I talk in Spanish a lot more.
Yeah, I'll be like saying like mucho gusto
Okay.
and
Same.
mucho gracias and poquito.
Yeah, I love it. I just love saying hola papi. Me llamo Fannita. Vivo en Los Angeles, California. Me gusta papas fritas y bailar.
She got the most ABC Spanish.
A, B, C, G, F,
She's watching Dora and on Duolingo. I went to Brazil by myself.
That's Portuguese, first of all.
Found that out. Found that out right off of I got off the plane.
You said hola. I said, huh?
They were like, it's oi. I was like, okay, que delicio, que delicio.
I want to go to Brazil so bad.
Oh,
Was
I
it
went,
fun?
It was so much fun. Actually,
I feel like the Brazilian poppies would really turn me up.
it was insane because I went to Carnival. I think that's what they.
Yeah, Carnival? Yeah.
I went there. It was wild. Like I was there for like a week. It was so much fun. And then I went to Dominican Republic. Then I went to Mexico. Then I went to Jamaica.
Oh, you was doing a world tour.
I was depressed.
Okay, real. Really? See, when you're depressed, you gotta find shit to do, and so you don't get in that room too long by yourself.
And I was there too.
Because the thoughts will start.
And it almost took me.
They'll start knocking.
Yes.
Bo.
And I opened the door.
We haven't thought about how much you hate yourself today.
Oh, I did in Brazil, but it was just more like when the nightlife. They party all.
I'd be scared
night.
to party in Brazil.
It was fun.
I don't know how much ass I can throw.
No,
man.
but
I'm old.
they are. But if you for girls, I will always say go in a pack.
Yeah, for sure.
My dumb ass went by myself, but I had fun. I made friends. I still have them on WhatsApp.
Really?
Yeah, Leo. Hey,
All right, shit. This has been fun as.
it's really fun.
I love you. Thank you so much for coming on my
I
show.
love you too. Thank you for having me.
This is not over yet. I'm
okay.
just wrapping up.
I was like,
I'm just wrapping it up.
Okay.
Because it's closing time.
Okay.
We're getting the red light. Bo, tell people what they can be on the lookout for, where they can find you, all that.
So you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Instagram and TikTok at suburban_print, Snapchat The Real King Bo. I am having a new show coming out in May. So watch out for that, and I will be having my own type of thing like this soon.
Period.
Yeah.
And it's been your girl, the baddest, Fannita. You can find me. Remember, guys, Twitch, Fannita, YouTube, Fannita, Snapchat, it's Nita L 2016. It's from high school. I haven't changed it yet. Just bear with me. Follow me on Instagram because they might be shutting down the clock app at Fannita. And then we'll have the Discord link in the description. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want me on the streets or what? Get with the program, sister. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel and Fannita's YouTube channel. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you funky assholes next Monday.
Bam, bam.